and open CMD in the project folder. You will click here in the add project one, you go and click here, open CMD. After that, again you can use here code space dot command. Code space dot command. VS Code will open. Code space dot command will help us to open the VS Code. Okay, code space dot VS Code is open. Now again we have to compile this project using npm start, npm start, enter. npm start, enter. npm start. npm start. Anyone have joined the React first session today? If you have attended the previous class, then okay. If you have not attended the last one class, then something else is required. You need to watch the previous 1 or 2 videos. Then it will be helpful for you. But if you have attended, then no problem. Let's continue. So last class we have discussed that this diagram, remember, DFD, this one. In that DFD, it was clear that a user will open the web application through browser. Then if the project is developed using the React, first interaction will happen to index.html. Index.html will get the data from index.js. Index.js will get the data from app.js. And app.js file, if it is only one file, then okay. If it is had multiple files, then app.js will get the data from different pages. Okay. And then this data will go to the browser and user will see. At the same time, if your all the pages what you are going to create here, this pages, if it is a dynamic page, then through API technique, it will communicate with the backend and data will go to the database and data will come from the database. So this is small discussion we have seen. This was the data flow diagram, DFD of your React application, basic structure, how you are going to link up everything. Okay. Next, check your page got compiled. Page should become compiled successfully. It reflect in the browser also. Compile successfully, and even it is reflecting in the browser as well. Automatically 3000 port number will open and it will display in the browser. If your page got, you can see here what is it, right? Webpack compiled successfully. Okay, even it says like whichever the JS file you have inside your project, right? All the JS file will go for the, you can say, error checking purpose. It will go for the any kind of error you have, syntax error. If all the pages are error free, then only it will say compiled successfully. Okay, then it will say compiled successfully. Once it's compiled successfully, whichever is your default page or whichever the page should load by default, that page will give you the data. What we have made in the last example, we have made something like this. We have one app.js file, and in app.js file, there is a function called app. It's not a function, it's called a component, right? It's called a component. Component name is called app, and this app component is going to index.js. You can see here, it is calling here under the index.js, right? It's calling import app function from where? App.js file. And after importing that component, the app function, app component, you can say, it is printing here. It is printing here. Where it is printing? Under the root. एक minute. Okay, root. Now we need to find out where is the root. So this is the app function. App function. You know in JavaScript how you used to print the function? Let me write here comment. In JavaScript, we write the function like this. Correct? This way you can call the function. But in JSX, you will be calling a component. It's a function only. You will be calling a function like this. Like it is independent. This is the way of calling in the JSX, and this is the way of calling under the JavaScript. Now you see here, what it says, the app function was written in which file? App.js. From app.js, the index file is imported, and after that index file is going to print this app function in a element. That element ID is called root. But question is, where is the root? Root will be available in the public folder. There will be one index file. Under that index file, there will be ID called root. Let me go here in the public folder. You have a file index.html. In that you can see there is a div ID equal to root. Div ID equal to root. So what happened? Your content came from the app file. Content went to the where? Index.js. From index.js, it is got render. Render means what? Print. It is got printed under where? Root. Now where is the root? Root is under the index.html. Okay. So this photo, what you are seeing the photo, in that photo also it says like user interaction will happen to index.html. Index.html will get the data from index.js. Index.js is getting the data from app.js. Now you see, we created one component that day. That component name is called my home. And app is getting the data from where? Other file. Right? Other file. Home.js file we have. inside we have created the component called my home, and that my home we have imported under the app, and app is just printing here which one? My home. Now let us see the flow. User came, user opened the browser, then after that user interaction happened to the file called index dot browser interaction happened to the index.html. This index.html will get the data from index.js. Index.js will get the data from where? App.js. Now app.js can get the data from how many places? So many places. So we have a file called home.js. Home.js is giving the data to whom? App. Okay. There can be one more file called about.js. About.js also can give the data to whom? App itself. APP. Okay. App.js. Right. So you saw multiple components are going to communicate with the app. App is dealing with the index.js. Index.js is dealing with the HTML, and HTML will deal with the browser directly. This is the default structure till here. This is the default structure. Instead of going to the app, you can create your own file. And that file you can call to where? Index.js file. Okay, that also we are going to do after few examples. But in this existing flow, we are not going to modify anything in the beginning. First, we'll get idea, okay, how we can create our own file and link with the existing flow. Okay, once we get some idea, then we can remove the app.js and we can apply here some other JS file or individual JS file also. You can call under the index.js, no problem, it will work. Right, so last file was which file? Home.js. It was working. Okay, we will be creating some more file and then see. That day you may have seen we have gone through the definition of component, what is called. So it was written a bit of code that you can use again and again. Reusable bit of code. Now see here, my home is one component. It is one function that is written in which file? Home.js file, right? It's just like a function, and you are calling under the app.js file one time. So it is printing in the browser only one time, correct? What will happen if you call this one many times? Will it print many times or not? Let's go here, print here and print here. This is called component reusability. Write once and you call n number of times. Component becomes a reuse. Check that. Add the my home, save the file, look into the browser. My home. Copy paste 3-4 times, look into the browser. Is that printing? So if anyone asks what is the component reusability, you can write in JavaScript, we write one function and we use it many times. Similar way in React, we create a component and that component we call many times. That is called component reusability. Okay. But now you can see every time it is giving the same output. Same output or not? Same output. Because your component is a static component. The data what you have added called is static. It will become dynamic if we implement the properties. If we implement the props, then it will become the dynamic. You remember the function with parameter in React JavaScript? Function with input. If you give the input, then it will give the output. Right? So in JavaScript, we write function with parameter. Same thing in the React, similar thing. It will be called as a props. Function will be same. Which one? My home. So from here, we have to pass the input. Based on input, the function will give the output. Okay, then it will be called as a props. Okay, but now it is function reusability, nothing but one function is written and we called it many times. That becomes a function reusability. Okay. So this is just for the understanding purpose. We will be implementing this in the systematic way. So hope your my home component is working, one component, and it is just like this. It is just like this. Okay. Come next. We will create some more component and we'll try to use here. Create a component called about.js or about is also fine in SRC folder. About.js. Okay, about.js. Now come inside. Right there, a function about us. Component name must start with uppercase. Just we are following few example in the old method, but we have to use everywhere fat arrow method. That we are going to come back. You will write here export function name. Export default function name. Inside about us, you will write call return div h1 about us. Okay, come down below, write the p tag. You can add few lines. Write something like this. Rotate about us. Come to the next file again. App.js. This about.js file have a component called about us. This about us we wanted to use under the app.js file. So in app.js file we have to import it. This component name called as about us. Since we wanted to import it, because of that we are written called export. Okay, if you will not write export here, you cannot import somewhere else. Okay, so import and export both are interlinked. When we write import, when we want to call something, but when to write export, when we want to send something, right? When you are sending this function from one place to other places, you have to specify function is as a export. Anyone can call this function and they can use anywhere. Okay, come inside your app.js file. So written about.js file is ready. Okay, very good. Come to the app.js file. In app.js file, again you will import about us from about.js and you will write below about us. Hope it's working. Look into the browser. About us is coming. Okay, come next. H1 we can remove now from here. And as per the JSX rule, the parent tag can be empty tag also. Right? So you can see there is no any error. Page is working perfectly. Okay. Let's go ahead. Save now. Create next file. Contact.html. Contact.html. Oh, it should not be HTML. Should be .js. .js. Okay, come next. In contact file, you will do little changes in the writing the function. Const your function name. Contact us equal to fat arrow you will follow now. This is the way people write the code. Now what you have written the first and second home and about, that is just like the JavaScript. Now this becomes a modern way to write the code component. Okay. Export. Also we can do in the same line, but better write separate. Export default contact us. Export default contact us. This we are creating some static page to get some idea on flow wise. Okay. Return. Write a division again. H1 contact us. Next, after that, you will write a p tag, write something ABCD, write one more p tag, write something ABCD, write one more p tag, write again ABCD. Okay, and again this contact us component we can import in app.js file. The component name must start with the uppercase. Okay, the component name must start with uppercase. Come to the again app.js file. Hope contact is ready. In app.js file, import So hope your contact page is also loading. Welcome home, about us, then contact us. Right? Component loaded. Okay, we'll create some more component and then we'll make it better. We'll change the look and feel. We'll apply some CSS. Okay. So 3 component is ready. Home, about, and contact. Okay. Let's create one more component called service. Create one more component called service. Service.js. Go to the src folder again. Service.js. Next file. Oh, not import, const our services equal to fat arrow, something like this. And even you can also write like this. Export default const we have written this variable, our services. We will try whether it's happening or not. In one line is also possible to write export default and then services. Return division h1 our services. Software hardware marketing etc. Let us try this convention and see happening or not. Import this in the app.js, our services.
Sir, in fat arrow function is written mandatory to be written. In fat arrow function, we usually avoid writing written, right?
Fat arrow function, what we required?
No, written, writing written, the keyword written.
Without return, it will not return anything.
Okay.
You can
Is
see
it specific to React? Because in normal J, we usually won't write React written, right?
In React, you have to return something, then only it will print.
Okay.
Because you are not printing here this function, no? Are you writing document.getElement by ID anywhere?
No.
You're writing anywhere console.log. So how this output will come? It has to go somewhere. Where it will go? It will go to the index.html. There it's one place is written document.getElement by ID. Okay, so there it has to go. Then all it will print. Okay, now the component we have written called our services. We will try to import under the app.js file. Import this one from /service. .js without js both should work. Let us see. It says overseas not defined. Our services is not defined. So our services we called Once we need to apply in the beginning? No. Let we need to apply here. Sage error. In all the case, throw in the error. Throw in the error. So what we should do? We should write below. Hmm. You can write below. Export default our services. Then this export default we can remove and cons we can apply. It should work happily now. Error? No error. Services is working fine. Now you create one more component called customer. And try importing and let me know your page is working or not. File name is customer.js. Component name will be my customer. Component name my customer, file name customer. Function name my customer and file name as a customer. And create add something. How you are creating this page? Import in app.js file. You are not given direction and not customer. Is independent that open close together. Completed. Please send anyone code in chat. Code you can paste in chat. I will give you your code. File name is customer.js. My customer. This should import in the app.js file. Right? So everywhere the pages are loading properly. Okay. Now we can make little look and feel better. We can apply header footer. Header will be separate, footer will be separate. It will look like it's a website. Okay. So first, you will write one CSS for footer. So footer component we have not created, right? Create a component called footer.js. Create one more file, footer.js. 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 Then in footer file, const page footer. Export default page footer. Now go to the footer code, return footer React is too popular in market. React is too popular in the market. This will be the footer end of the screen. Got it? Let's call in the last in app.js. In app.js, import page footer and keep at last call page footer. We need to write some CSS so that footer will be always in the last. Okay. Check now, page is loading. React is too popular in market. It is there no in the last. Footer is coming. Just scroll up down, you will see. Now for footer tag, we write some CSS. So where is the CSS file? Two CSS file we have. One is called app.css, index.css. Okay. Index.css file is calling under the index.js. You can see here in index.js file, app.css is already calling, right? Index.css is already calling. So whatever you write in index.css, it will apply in all the components. Go to index.css. Right below footer, for footer tag, background, color, dark blue, color, white, text align center, background is a background color dark blue, color is a white, then text align center. You can write little padding, 20 pixel, and then width 100%. Why? Because we are writing bottom 0px and position is a fixed. Position fixed. Position will be fixed position. Footer is fixed now. You can do a scroll up down, you can see the content. Footer. Customer list will appear, something will do after that. Padding is more, you can reduce that. Make 10 px padding. So footer will be always fixed in the last. Okay, footer is always fixed in the last. Footer is fixed in the last. We have solution for that, don't worry. Footer coming the last. Next, after that, in every component, you have follow the div tag. You have follow the div tag, no? In every component. In every component, we have follow the div everywhere, right? So first to write a CSS for that, called container. Container write for this width 80%, margin colon auto, okay, and padding 100 pixel in the top, left right 0 px, and 100 pixel in the bottom. Okay, and minimum height for each, container 500 px. Even you keep text align center also. So their content should be in the middle. This happens for container. Now in all the component you are using the division. In every component we need to call this class. Call as a class as a container, but I'll guide you first to write it. CSS. Margin auto, padding top 100 px, left right 0 px, bottom 100 px. Minimum height 500 px, text align as a center. So hope CSS is completed for everyone. Now we'll come to the HTML file, JS file, not HTML file, the JS files we have created. We have written the class equal to container. So container and footer both CSS I'm sharing you in your chat. If you have not written or if anything went here there, we can use this CSS code. Come next. Under the first, which file we created in the last? Customer. Right? Go to the customer page, division, write class name. In JSX, we don't have property called class. Property name is called class name. N will be capital. Container. Same class name we need to add in all the component, whichever the division we have created. Class name, add in all the component. in contact, about, then a user customer which you created, home also. Everywhere class equal to container. Class equal to container. Class name equal to container. Not class, class name. In service file also you need to write the same. Something like this. In all the component, apply division, class name equal to container. Height is more, we can reduce that. Padding top we are given more. Padding top we are given 100, that we can reduce. Okay, so go in all the division, all the component and call this class. Class name equal to container. Class name equal to container. Customer also, contact also, about also. So in this 3-4 component, you call the same class equal to container. We have written line by line. Why you made mistake? I have not gone very fast. Can you see many files are not saved? Go to the file first. Enable autosave. Go in file. There is an option called autosave. Click on that. Yes, see all files are saved. I have asked not to write the component name with a lowercase. Why you wrote lowercase? Can you see page footer? Page is small. Don't forget, okay? Below, look at there in the same file, footer only. Below who will change? Yes. Check in other pages. Anything you write it not meaningless, you can create a software. Certain rule regulation is there. Check in browser now. No, that page that was compiled no already. Yes, open that. What is saying? Go to the, it says cannot resolve, contact us is not available in SRC folder. You have created somewhere else. Go to that file folder. Where is the contact file? Can you click on contact? Where is that? Click on SRC. Click again. Where is it? Contact.contact.js. Is the file extension is .js or something else? Go to the app.js file. Where you are calling contact us. Your file name is contact, right here contact only. File name is about, why you wrote about us here. Save it. Click, it's coming. It's coming everything. Okay, okay. So hope these pages are loading. Loading, something like this. Come to the next one. In CSS file, little extra CSS we have written. What is that? Padding you have given top how much? 100. That is huge. Should be not somewhere 30 is okay. Bottom 100 is fine. Minimum height 500 also look like more. 400 you can do. 400 you can do. Minimum height how much? 400. Footer will never come up. Footer will be always in the stuck only. In the last. Because we are given position fixed. So reduce little height and padding also. Padding top you can reduce and minimum height you can reduce. So now it will be little under control. You can see everything is visible, but gap is not huge gap. Okay, a home will come. How many components are there now? Okay, so CSS modified. Padding 30, 0, 100. Minimum height 100. If you want, you can write a CSS here for H1 also. Font size 50 pixel by default. And color as a green. Color as a red. We are not learning designing part. We are understanding how we can write the CSS in React and how we can use inside the component. Okay. You will see wherever the H1 will come, it will have big font size now. Big font size is coming. Next, after this, we required a very good header navigation. We required a navigation on the top, where once you click on the links, the content will get changed. Now you can see all components you are calling together. In project, it will not happen like that. When you go to the Gmail will not display all the page together. They will display inbox and they'll say remaining are in the left side. Whatever you want, click and use it. Correct? Similar way, in our page, once the user will open your page, they can see everything together. All pages are coming together, no? So we want to apply the control on that. We will provide the navigation and based on click, the particular page will load. So come to the code now again. You will create the next component called header.js. 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 In header.js, we have to create the links navigation. So again, right here, const. Okay, let me check with these people. What is the condition? Pages are loading like this. Your footer is fixed and all pages are coming one after other. Check now, page should get load and CSS must get apply. Page should load and CSS should get applied. We'll go for the header file now. Const header right inside return ULLI. And how many component we have? Home, about us, contact us, service, right? About us, contact us, services, anything else? Customer, right? Customer. Just write this and call this in the beginning of all the component. Home we are calling somewhere. Before home we need to call this in our project. So header, what is the name of the file? Header. H is capital. Come to app.js file. Import header from header and keep that header in the beginning. Keep that header in the beginning. Okay. So header, hope you will get on the top like this. For that, some CSS is required for UL and LI. So check now, your header is loading. Now we need to write some CSS for that. Oi. Come to the CSS file again. Write the CSS for UL tag. Background, some blue color or any other color, black is also fine. Width 100%. 100%. Position. Text. Position as a text. Then write for LI. Display in line block. Color as a white. List hyphen style hyphen type none. Padding 18 px. Font size 20 px. It will create a very good navigation on the top. black color navigation, position will be fixed, text color will be white color, and display of li will be inline block. It will take certain width. If you apply without width also, padding will be helpful. It will work. Something like this. Oh, but from top there is a gap. Hold on. In UL, you need to write margin 0px. In UL tag, you should write margin 0px in UL tag. Margin 0px in UL tag. Display in line block, color white, list style type none, padding 18px, font size 20px. Your page will look like this. Something like this. Now, based on the click, this content will change here. By default, one page will appear, and if you click on that, the content will change here. Okay, that is a tomorrow task. Today homework, I will message you in the WhatsApp. Okay, you need to set up the new project. Just you follow the instruction. Okay, by evening, I'll send you 10 o'clock, nearly 9 o'clock. So, hope working for all. I'll send complete SRC folder. You can use any file. This is one basic structure how to lay out the pages. Okay, now functionality from tomorrow. Once we apply the link, click on the link, the content will get changed here. Project SRC folder is going to come to your chat. Okay, SRC folder is in your chat. You can use that. Okay, thank you.